everyone, this is Gagajoy, Gagajoy's Cooking, and I'm glad you joined us today. We are just covered up with snow and it's been so cold here lately, so I thought, gee, this would be a wonderful time to make bread because it makes your house smell good and your house is so warm during the day. And I owe some people, I promised some people bread, so that's what we're going to be making today. We're going to be making raisin bread and cinnamon rolls. And so let's get started. It's very easy. Of course, I try to make easy recipes, and because I'm not a complicated person. So I've got my yeast in a cup, and I'm just waiting for it to foam a little bit. And I've got 4 tablespoons of butter, a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar. I've got 5 cups of flour. This is a 1 1/3 cups of milk, and this would be 2/3 of water. So that's really 3 cups of fluid. So that's plenty. Now on this one, what I did is I have a cup of Eagle brand milk in here and finished it up to with water to 2 1/3 cups. Now you don't have to use Eagle brand milk. I just had a can and I thought I'd go along with it. But I would go ahead and use 2 1/3 cups of milk, 2/3 cup of water, and you'll have everything you need right here. I'm going to put my milk in my mixer first. You don't have to use a mixer. You can do it with your hands or a hand mixer. I just haven't used this very much lately, and I think I've got to need the practice. So here is 1 1/3 cup. It's 2 1/3 cups of milk, a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar. This is 4 tablespoons of butter, and this is 2/3 cup of yeast, and it's a package of yeast and 2/3 cup of water. So that's pretty much all of our liquid in there now. So let's get that all mixed up. I love to make bread on cold days. I'm on my own today, so I can take it as fast or as slow as I want to, so that makes a big difference sometimes. I'm going to be adding a little bit of flour. I just add it slowly. I also spill a lot. Okay, now I have added my flour, and I forgot to tell you, I put 3/4 cup of raisins, and so I've taken a little bit of Crisco oil and put in my bowl here, and I've actually let this rotate for about 4 minutes, so it's completely, pretty much, to get it out. Get it off of there. Now I'm going to put all of this mixture in my bowl here to let it proof for about an hour. Sometimes your best tool is your hands, of course. See, it's still sticky, but when you put it down on the board to cut it out, it'll pick up a little bit of flour then, so it will be just right. And I'm going to turn it over. There. this out of the way. And I'm going to put this clean dish towel over it. And I'll push it aside for about an hour. I'll check it again in there and let you know. Now remember, I had 4 cups of flour here, and I added 1 more half cup of flour, so I still have a half cup of flour left. So it was 4.5 cups of flour, and it just seemed like it turned out perfect that way. Well, we're back with our dough, and you see where it's raised, it's doubled quite a bit. So we're going to dump it out and maybe put a little flour on it. Fold it over a few times. We're going to make cinnamon rolls. I promised these to a lady, one of my sweet friends, before Christmas, and I guess she's patient with me. Better be, because sometimes I always try to keep my word, but sometimes it's a little bit longer. Okay. Now I'm just going to brush it with a little bit of butter. It's not real necessary, but it keeps your sugar and your cinnamon, you know, a little bit, it adheres to it a little bit better if you got butter with it. And besides, butter never hurt nobody. A little bit anyway. Okay. Now this is the sugar and cinnamon. Now, start at the end, as we all know, and just roll very gently, as tight as you can. Oh, I love cinnamon rolls, especially homemade. For breakfast with coffee, or for lunch with coffee. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, we got that. Now, I'll cut those off and even them up. But there's another little pan. I just cut it in half. And another half. 4. And then get 3 out of each one. 1, 3, 1. Okay. That one looks awfully tiny. Take your end right here and put it down underneath it. That way it'll be, see that little end? I like to put nuts in it sometimes. You might try that sometime, because take that little end there and put it down underneath it. But not everybody likes nuts, so you have to be a little mindful of that. Now the second time you put them to make their second raising, it doesn't take as long as the first one did, because basically it's already warm. Okay, I'll put a little bit butter on top of these. There you go. And we're ready for the second raise. So we'll be back when you raise a little bit. They look wonderful. So, and you can put icing on them if you want to. I don't usually put icing, but while they're very hot, you can put a little bit of caramel. And it will go down in it while it's hot. That's what makes them so good. So you just bear it, makes them shiny, makes them very beautiful. And so my house does smell like wonderful cinnamon rolls. They're beautiful, I think, and they smell very good anyway. So this has been a good day for baking. I'm glad we had this time together. I think the next time I'm going to maybe have the heat on in the kitchen, but if the heat's on in the kitchen, then you get too hot. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. Anyway, it's been wonderful. Remember the joy and be thankful for everything we have every day. We'll see you soon.